Hey there, folks. Coming for another one in the car. Waiting for an appointment. Thought I would talk about a previous post I made regarding hypocrisy and calling out basically Citizens United. So I wanted to go on a little bit of a rant about Citizens United, which I'm sure there's been plenty of people who have gone on their own rants. But I just think it's always important to just keep the ball rolling on it. So in the case of Citizens United, the spirit of the judgment was simply this: money talks. And that money has the right to have a louder voice than the average American, meaning that the wealthy and the wealthy businesses are allowed to have a louder platform than the average American. And I don't care what other people say, and they're like, well, that's a misinterpretation of the law. No, really it's not. That is exactly the spirit. There is the spirit of the law and the letter of the law. The problem is judges seem to decide which is the one that they follow, whether it's the spirit or the letter. And it's always at the detriment of those who are unable to be able to defend themselves oftentimes. Citizens United, like I said, basically stated that companies, businesses are people, entities that are made up of multiple people, employees, management staff, COs, investors, and somehow all that is comprised into a single individual that is entitled to the same individual rights as the average American when it comes to free speech. When it comes not just to free speech, but into donations, okay? That money is free speech, meaning that the wealthier you are, the freer your speech is. And we now live in an age where we can see what that has done. Elections at this point are literally just up to the highest bidder, and somehow that is free speech. And I don't care if you're Republican or Democrat. I don't care if you're far left or far right. The idea that the wealthiest among us are the ones that are allowed to have the loudest voice over us, the people itself, is an abomination to everything that our founding fathers fought for. Yes, our founding fathers, I would say, technically were elitists. At least some of them were. Some of them were wealthy. Some of them were very well educated and well connected. But they actually did believe in an ideal that all people, granted, in 1776, it was all men are created equal. But the idea now is that all people are created equal and have rights under the law. And that the judgment of Citizens United took that away from the people. But, I mean, Democrats and Republicans have both for some time have had the ability to do something about this since its ruling, and have done absolutely nothing. And, I mean, obviously Republicans have benefited a great deal from it, but so have Democrats. And yet, when Democrats were in power, after the ruling of Citizens United, they didn't really do anything to fix it. I really am tired of hearing, one, Republicans complain about George Soros, but completely turn a blind eye to how Elon Musk literally bought the presidency. And I mean literally. I mean the level of campaign finance violations that were done or the blatant bribery that was done is staggering. The interviews of him basically practically admitting that he bought the election, daring people to actually take him to task. I'm tired of it. And the same with Democrats. I'm tired of you being okay with, other Democratic billionaires throwing tons of black money in there, and then just going irate about Elon Musk and all the other billionaires. Here's the bottom line. Both parties are playing you. Period. Okay? So if you're fine with them allowing tons of dark money to be thrown into these campaigns and literally having politicians bought, fine. Then shut the F up about being a patriot. Shut the F up about freedom and the freedom of speech and all of that, because you literally are enabling them to take your speech away from you. Basically, again, state that money talks and losers walk. And basically right now, the only winners are the ones that have the money. Anyway, it's just an opinion. Just like assholes, everybody has an opinion, especially this one. All right. Have a good morning, folks.